Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for coming on to our live today. We are at day 29 of our 30-day Business Growth Action Plan Challenge, and today we're talking about performance rewards. I must say that before we get going, I'm battling a little throat issue or challenge, I would say. And yesterday I ended just as a cough was coming on. So today I have my warm beverage here. In the event that it comes on, I will just mute. But it's that thing where it just goes and goes and goes. So I don't want to end abruptly, but just letting you know. So I apologize for coming on late. So thank you again for being here and for sticking with us throughout the 30 days. I am very excited about what you are going to generate in 2026. Know that you have all this information and you've gotten the necessary tools and strategies. Today, we are talking about performance. We're talking about performance and rewards. And I want you to understand that it's linked to your performance of your organization. No, we have spent the time developing the plans and you're going to be monitoring. And I want you to get this because I think sometimes when we have team members who are demotivated or they want to leave or they're there but you're just not getting a lot from them, we don't think it's connected to our rewards program. You might be paying persons a base salary, they agree to that salary, but that other amount that you can pay them, I want you to think of it as another motivator for persons or another reason why they want to stay or another reason for them wanting to stay with your company, and not just stay but give more. I often see that the additional pay is kind of tucked on. Let me see how we perform. No, set the standard for how you want to perform. Set the standard for what meet requirements mean. Set the standard. Let people know if you go above and beyond, this is what you can earn, this is what you can gain from us. And I think I'll probably just drop in, having a bundle of as to how you reward person, because I don't think we think about that sometimes. It should not be an afterthought. I think that's what I really want to say. It should be planned for. It's included in your budget. So I just want to share a few things with you. And again, thank you so much for coming on and for being here with us. We're at day 29. We've been going for 30 days. Tomorrow is our last day. And I would love to hear from you. For those who've been with us, to let me know what were some of the highlight moments for you? What were some of the things you gained? Did it meet your expectation? Are there other things that you would love for us to talk about? Even though we're ending the 30 day tomorrow, we are still here. I can still do lives and talk on topics that you think would benefit your organization. So do let me know. Okay, let's jump into it. So managing performance and rewards effectively. We spent some time talking about performance and performance management, developing your KPIs and your reporting dashboards and using that to have conversations with persons. Now, I want you to see, once you have completed that part of the work, the rewards program kicks in from there. That's a connection that I want you to get. Your rewards program doesn't just happen when you get your financials from your accountant or you see the money that's left in your bank account at the end of the year and you go, oh, maybe we can pay them something. No, you want to think about this and make it intentional. And that is what we want to highlight. So your rewards program first should be linked to performance. It's not an afterthought. Persons know this is what is expected of me. This is why I'm doing the things I'm doing. If I do well, this is what it means for me. Persons should know that their performance is going to lead to something, whether it's a promotion, whether it's monetary. I don't want to get into that now, but it should be linked. It's different based on your organization. If you'd like to talk to me some more about it, I'll gladly have a conversation with you. Performance management is also one of my juiciest side of things that I do, developing performance management framework. So I'll drop my calendar link in the comments. You can book a call and we'll have a conversation. Your rewards program should be factored into your compensation package. Now, when you employ someone, There are times persons may ask the question, what does the compensation package includes? We often talk about whether there's health insurance, whether there is um, lunch subsidy, or there, various things, travel, special loans. It all depends on your organization. However, your bonus payment should be a part of that conversation so persons know what they're expecting and know what they are choosing to work towards. Not everybody may want to work towards your bonus payment, but you get to have that conversation with them. So it should be factored in your compensation program. Your rewards process or your framework should be clearly communicated to your team. Everyone on your team should know that this performance will get me this reward. They should know. It should be clear. At no point in time should you be moving forward with a compensation package without budgeting for it first. You want to ensure that you've budgeted for it. Okay, how do you budget for it, you may ask? I want you to think about when you have a group of persons that have been working with you for a while. You have an idea how they perform. If you don't have historic information, you're starting from the baseline. But over the years, you would have known if we have 10 persons on our team, 5 persons normally give us performance above what is expected. And because we normally get that from those 5, it means that we have to budget to pay 5 people. You add that in your budget as a part of your compensation cost. You don't just wait and think, because now that is what happens when you insert payment or insert things as an afterthought. What ends up happening is you pay these amounts and then you look in your bank account and you're thinking to yourself, oh, where did the money go? You didn't plan for it. And your budget is a very important part of your planning. And we did budgeting on one of our days. So I really encourage you, if you haven't been, it's been a good 29 days so far. I encourage you to go and watch your previous videos. So budget for your reward, your compensation. You should not be the only one excited about the program. I am laughing because you don't want a situation where you are having a conversation with an employee, you are all excited and they're like, what are you talking about? Like, that's all you're offering? And I have had a personal experience with this. I was talking to a CEO and he was sharing his compensation package and he was just so excited. And I'm sitting there, I literally felt like my spirit left my body because I could not believe that this person was excited about this program. I'm thinking to myself that you're the only one who is excited. This doesn't mean anything to your team. And we often don't link or performance, or let's use bonus or bonus pay, to employee motivation. And sometimes it's not just about the money, it's about the fact that you took the time to think about them. Your bonus or your rewards can include many things. I should have had a slide. Have pizza and put a big X on the pizza. You might be thinking, oh, I take them to dinner, or we have pizza night, we have games night. They probably don't want those things. We had a session where we spoke about, during this 30 day, where we spoke about getting to know your employees, whether it's doing a love language, getting to understand who they are, what are the things they like, and how it is they want to be rewarded. If quality time, maybe the reward that you're giving them at the end of the quarter for their performance is the quality time don't mean with you, by the way. Maybe what you want to give them is something for them to go out with their family or their friends, something like that. So getting to know your team, but you should not be the only one who is excited about your bonus or your rewards program. If it is linked to performance, the employee has a choice. They are very clear. If it's linked to how you feel, they don't care because they can't manage your feelings. They can't manage what's happening in your life and how you're going to show up and how you're going to feel about paying them, or maybe the market is giving you some level of anxiety and they now have to wait until you feel better about it. Or if you're anxious, you might think, you know what, I'm going to keep some money in the kitty, or we're going to keep some money in the bank, we're really not paying out anything. Or Because you didn't plan properly, what ends up happening is you didn't plan properly. So your employee is not feeling the brunt of that. And that is why I said you want to make sure that your bonus payment forms a part of your budget. And I don't use bonus, I use rewards because it can include many things. You're celebrating person's birthday, you're paying probably at the end of the quarter based on your performance, you're paying at the end of the year, you're having a Christmas party. What are the things that are included in your employee rewards program? What are the things that are included in the overall basket of things that you are giving to your employees to show your appreciation? Some of them might be linked to performance, some of them are linked to you just exist. However, it has to be budgeted. It has to be budgeted. And when it's in the budget, it's communicated and persons are able to, decide if they want to take it on. So please do not be the only one who is excited about your rewards program. It doesn't work like that. Another thing I want you to be clear on, and this is a very, very important slide. When your reward is based on performance, you have to have tiers. There has to be levels. Everyone can't be compensated the same way. And I'm going to talk in the next slide about the risk of doing that. You want to reward persons. All right, we've met performance. This is what we intended to do. This is going to be the payment. We went above performance, or you went above performance. This is what it looks like. You double that, meaning you were exceptional. You were great. Then this is what that payment gives. I read something and I can't remember. It just came to mind that one of the things that causes employees to be really demotivated, it's when we spend a lot of time working on those persons who probably aren't performing as we expected, and we leave the high performers. Now, let's take this for example, if persons are performing at above expectation, or they're performing exceptionally, meaning they're doing way better than you intended, and you're paying everyone the same thing you're paying persons who meet performance, you don't have those employees for long. I'm not even asking you, I'm telling you. I manage performance management. I led performance management for maybe 10 years. I carried that along with execution. And I can tell you, I got the brunt of it as a person on the ground. People don't like that. They can see it, they can feel it. And what the message you're sending is, yeah, I never thought of you. Just keep doing what you're doing. We appreciate you, but you're going to be getting the same thing that everybody else gets. I want you to tell me in the comments, if that were you, what would you feel, or how would you feel being an employee who is performing here and you're being compensated as a person who consistently perform here? What would you think of the company that you work for? You would think that they don't care. You can drop it and let me know what you think in the comments. But you would think, you know what? It really doesn't make any sense I go above and beyond. It doesn't make any sense I give more, because at the end of the day, we're all going to be paid the same. So let me give what those persons are giving. And it's not that the persons know change how they're performing. They probably put their effort elsewhere. And what does that look like? I hope this is clear for you. So when you have a flat payment structure, you have demotivated employees. They are demotivated. They can do three things. And if these were the three that came to mind, I'm sure, or HR experts can tell us more, or persons who had deeper conversations, but this is what I have observed. They stay and they avoid reprimand, basic performance, not much initiative. Their performance is fluctuating. So this month they're up, next month they're down. So it's not fluctuating to the point where you need to fire them, but it just requires a lot of coaching and a lot of effort from you because their performance is not consistent. They could also stay. The second thing is they might stay and they're giving minimal performance, just enough not to cause any red flag about their performance, but they're not the employee who's going to give initiative and jump and raise their hands. I am just doing enough to stay under the radar. No excellence, no new ideas. That is where you as a CEO gets burnt out because you know how to fill this gap. They eventually leave. Or another thing that could happen with the persons who stay, let's say they're giving minimal contribution, they're staying, but what's happening is they probably have started their side hustle, and that is what is getting their energy because they realize this is going to give me a constant. I'll take my 9 to 5 pay, but I don't want to be a part of the rewards program. But your rewards program is promoting exceptional performance and causing you to go above budget, right? So they start their own side hustle. They eventually leave, which creates new challenges for you because now you have to replace those employees. And sometimes I don't think we pay enough attention to what that replacement cost is. When you have to onboard a new employee, you're talking about training costs, you're talking about time lost, you're interviewing, it's a whole thing. So I want you to think about it as a part of your execution plan. This week we're talking about execution. It's a part of your execution plan. You don't want person staying. I had someone who said to me that their company gave what they told me what their company gave them for their Christmas bonus. And they're like, where are they going with that? Those people have completely detached from the organization. They're still there, but you're not paying them enough. You're paying them to move things from point A to point B. You're not paying them enough for them to share with you. You know what? When we're moving it from point A to point B, we can tilt a little. We can do this. We can. They're not going to be doing that, and that staggers your growth. You may not think that it does, but it staggers your growth. A lot of the ideas that you get about moving your organization forward and achieving other things and moving to the next level, it comes from those people who are on the ground because they're having conversation with others. They are listening to your customers. They aren't tuned in to meetings. They're on the field doing the work. So I want you to remember that as you think about performance management and as you think about your rewards program, remember it's a part of your execution. It's a part of what is going to help you to achieve your overall goals. And I want you to budget for it. Include it in your budget. Put some money aside for that. Don't allow it to be an afterthought because that is where you now get surprises. That is where you start, oh, we can't pay them that much. Listen, your team knows how much you are being paid. They know how much money the company is making. And if they feel that you're not treating them right, they're just there until. And if is that the organization you want to build? I don't think any of us do. So plan for it. Plan for it. Do we have any questions? Again, just waiting for you to type if you have any questions, but feel free to reach out to me. I've dropped my calendar link in the comments. I really want you to understand that when you're building a business that you want to remain and you want it to be a going concern, as we call it in accounting. I don't know if that's a term they're still using. That's a term from back in my days. These are some things that you want to factor into what you're doing and creating budgets and ensuring that your team is aligned and they are just as excited as you are. You should not be the only one excited about your compensation program. If you are, then that's a red flag and you may want to fix that. So if no questions, thank you again for coming on. And thank you for joining us for the 29th day. Tomorrow is day 30. If you can, please go ahead and let me know. You can send me a DM or drop a comment below this video. We'll get the alerts and we'll check on it. What has been the best thing for the past 30 days? And are there any other topics that you think we should have covered? Even though the 30-day challenge will end, we'll still do lives and we'll still share on topics that are of a concern for you because we really want to help you to build your business in a way that you're able to show up without burnout and overwhelm. So I am Michelle O'Connor, your business growth strategist. Thank you for coming on, guys. Have a wonderful day and we see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for day 30. Day 30. Bye, guys. Have a great day.